Hey guys, James here at TCGU University, come back at you with another deck profile. Today I'm going to be showing you Jeff's Kevin Broberg deck. He played this for our 7-hand size battle we had for our campus championship. Make sure to show some love down below for him, and let's get into it. Okay guys, Kevin Broberg is a 719 with Evil, Good, and Void. He has 2 abilities. Aura Commit. After your opponent makes a check, it gets -X. X equals the number of assets in your staging area. Failing this check will not end the combat phase. And then first form, add a card from your hand to your staging area, face down. And then if you have 2 assets, or if you have 2 or more assets, you get to add 2 more cards from the top of your deck to your staging area face down. Meaning if you have 2 assets, you get to build a total of 3 cards for free, which is just crazy. But he's a little skimped on what symbols he can play. Some of his assets aren't the greatest, but if you do get him rolling, he's very fun to play with. So let's get into the profile. We're playing 1 Fort Nagley Restored. Fort Nagley is a fun card. People remember this from a couple of formats ago, being Pillow Fort. Pillow Fort's really great. It's a 3/4 with a 3 mid block. It says after it leaves your staging area, both players add the top 2 cards of their decks to their card pools face down. And then as a first form of destroy 1 foundation, your opponent adds 1 face down foundation from their staging area to their card pool. So it sort of debuilds your opponent and gives you some cool plays of trying to stuff card pools when you're trying to go in for a cool attack turn as well. We got Cara No Hado. It's a 3/5 no block with that's unique. R destroy after your opponent plays an ability on a card in their staging area for the 3rd or greater time this turn. Cancels effects and destroy it, and destroy 2 cards in your opponent's staging area. So you cancel and then destroy 2 cards in the staging area. Whether you want it to be that card or not is up to you. But you get to destroy 2 cards, which just means like if it's like a remove foundation or like a commit, if it's just a free enhance, you can blow that up, blow something else up. They have cool assets, blow that up. It just really limits your opponent on how many enhances they can play on certain cards, which is really good, especially with a lot of free enhances running around. Then we have Scarlet Thunder. Scarlet Thunder is a 2/5/3 low block with unique and weapon. E, discard momentum. If your non-throw attack deals damage, add 1 other card from your card pool to your hand. And then the Xiangmi non-enhance you'll never use, so don't worry about that. It's mainly just to pick up cool attacks and be able to do cool attack strings as well as everything else you're doing. 1 Presidential Barbecue. It's a 2/5 with a 2 high block. E, commit. Your Nyx block this turn gets Breaker 1. Super strong ability. R, remove discard momentum after your opponent plays a non-foundation card. They cannot play copies of that card for the rest of the turn. Kind of limits your opponent from playing cool turns like if air ground smash loop with phase cover not cover fire but getaway fire protects you from that. They're not allowed to like loop that. They're not allowed to loop fatality in certain other decks. They're not allowed to like Scarlet Thunder pick up cool things, keep doing cool loops. It kind of stops Xiangmi Na as well. It just kind of like soft counters a bunch of combo decks. 1 Fat Ball. It's a 2/5 with a 1 low block, unique weapon. After you R commit, after you add a number of cards to your momentum, add 1 other card from your hand to your momentum, so you double up momentum. And then E, twice per turn. Your Fury attack gets +2 speed and +1 damage, which is a super strong ability in itself. Being able to get extra momentum for your cool kill turns, as well as just giving speed and damage to some of your attacks is really good. We're playing 1 Shishio. It's a 2/5/0 mid block with Breaker 1 unique weapon. E, destroy 1 foundation. Your stun or weapon attack gets +2 damage, playable while committed. And then R commit, after your attack is blocked, add 1 stun or weapon attack from your card pool to your staging area face down. So you get to build more cards face down on top of all the stuff you're building face down with your character Kevin Broberg already. Then we're playing 1 White House. It's a 2/4 with a 2 mid block terrain. That says checks to play action cards get -4. So your opponent's not really allowed to play many actions, or they're gonna be having to really commit for those. And then R commit, after a card is added to your staging area during the combat phase, draw 1 card. This card works really well with the way Kevin Broberg works. If you have two assets out, you'll add 1 with Kevin Broberg and then get to draw for free as well, which is super cool. That +1 hand size matters a lot. We're playing 2 Omega Sword and Owl Shield. It's a 1/5 with a 1 mid block, unique weapon. While it's ready in your staging area, you can block while ignoring progressive difficulty on everything. And then E, check a 4. Your attack gets plus X damage equal to the gets a damage bonus equal to its block modifier. You won't ever use the casting ability down at the bottom, so don't worry about that. But you get to give damage to all of your attacks as well as just getting the block for free, which is a super cool thing in a 7-hander who doesn't want to take a lot of damage. Onto our attacks. We're playing 4 New Xiang style Scarlet Meteor. It's a 5/3, 5/5 for 5 with a 1 mid block, breaker 2, power for 4 weapon. Has a bunch of keywords and a bunch of text on it. Has 3 abilities. E, you may destroy assets in addition to discard momentum to pay for its powerful ability, which means you get rid of all your assets when you don't need them to just kill your opponent. And then R, card pool, destroy 1 asset. After an action card is played, cancel its effects, which is a super good ability. Cancel, revoke, cancel Toguro Brothers, just get rid of them. Then E, destroy 1 foundation, add 1 asset or foundation from your discard pile to your staging area, which helps you build enough assets for your Kevin Broberg as well as building other cool cards if you're already there. Then we're playing 4 Armed Vengeance. It's a stun 2 weapon combo with a stun attack. 5/3, 3 high for 5 with a 2 high block. Its combo is it gets 1 speed, 3 damage, and then if it's completely blocked, you add it to your staging area after it resolves. It's a super cool card, and the way the deck plays, it puts it face down your staging area as well if it does get completely blocked. And then if not, if it gets partial blocked, they take 4. If it's not blocked, they take 8. It's just a super strong card that gets a bunch of benefits from just playing in the way you play your deck. Then we got 4 Zenblade. It's a 4/3, 1 low block, 4 high for 2. Stun 1 weapon, combo with a weapon. All of our stuff is weapon in our deck. I'm double checking just to make sure. But yeah, all of our stuff is weapon. Its combo is if you have added any number of cards to your staging area this turn, it gets +2 to its stun rating, making it a stun 3. And then you can check a 5 to give it 3 damage, making it a 4 for 5 as well. Just getting stun 3 on this, just because you added with like Kevin Broberg, is super strong. Especially when you just add with Kevin Broberg for free. Then we're playing 4 Violet Squall. It's a 4/3, 3 mid for 5 with a 2 mid block. Weapon, combo with a weapon. Again, everything is weapons. Combo E, you commit one of your opponent's foundations. You choose. Just commit anything you don't want to have to deal with. And then E, draw a card. Only play if you have at least 1 asset in your staging area, which again is very easy to do when we're playing a lot of assets. We got 4 Heavenly Dance. This is one of my favorite commons from the entire Soul Calibur set. Soul Calibur Libra Soul set. It's a 3/3, 1 mid block, 2 high for 3, safe, stun 1 weapon. R, card pull. After your opponent blocks your weapon attack, they commit 1 foundation. This thing has stun on it. Everything has stun on it, basically. If you block, commit a foundation. If you partial block, commit a foundation. If you block this, commit a foundation. If you have 2 in the card pool, respond, commit 2 foundations. It just says commit your opponent's staging area on your cool kill turn, or they just take take things to the face as free damage, and it's just free for you. Onto our foundations, we're playing 1 Refusing to Let Go. It's a 3/5 with a no block. E, commit this attack, return this attack to its printed damage, then give it +2 or -2 damage. So if your opponent decreases your attack, you can put it back in printed and give it 2 damage. Or if your opponent's super buffing one of their attacks, you just drop it down to printed and give it -2 damage, making it worse than it already was. It's a super strong card that counters a bunch of big things like shotgun and just all those big stacking attacks that people play right now. We're playing 3 One with Nature. One with Nature is a very good card from the Platinum set. It's a 2/5 with a 3 low block. E, discard 1 card. Your opponent's block modifier gets +2. And then R, once per turn after you discard any number of cards from your hand, your attack gets +1 damage. It's pseudo damage buff, but you mainly use it to give the +2 to the block mod, making your things harder to block. As well as on top of that, you get to use Kevin Broberg and make things hard to block as well, which is just super strong. We're playing 2 Sensimorals. Sensimorals counters stun, counters commit abilities. It's a 2/5 with a no block ally. It doesn't counter progressive difficulty when you play your turns. E, check a 4. You get to ready a foundation that's been committed due to your opponent's effect. Like I said, it counters stun. It counters commit abilities. It just says you're safe from just getting completely stunned out for no reason. On to 3 Ominous Prophecy. Ominous Prophecy is a 2/5 with a 2 high block that says E flip, add 1 asset from its owner's staging area to its momentum. It gives you more momentum to use for later abilities. Gets rid of your opponent's assets so you don't have to deal with them. It also has the ability to R remove after the combat phase begins. Name a keyword. Attacks lose the named keyword for the rest of the turn. This works really well against gauge decks, stun decks, multiple decks. It works very well against combo decks because you take away the combo, not the combo keyword, but you take away the keyword that they use to combo things. For decks that just work off of kicks and punches, you take away kick, you take away punch, and they're just sort of just dismantled for no reason, just because this card exists. We're playing 2 Passing the Torch. It's a 2/5, 3 mid block. It comes out of the My Hero demo decks. Enhance commit. Either draw 1 card, or if you have no cards in your hand, draw 2 cards. It's just a super strong card. I believe every symbol currently that can play this is playing it. Just draw 2 for if you have no cards in your hand is really nuts. Drawing 1 card just by committing a card is super good as well, especially with all the stuff that readies things currently in our meta. We're playing 2 Fooled by a Master. It's a 2/5 with a 2 low block. E flip, discard momentum. Play 1 combo enhance ability. You have played this enhanced step, so you get to double up on combo enhances that you really like to play. You can double up on Armed Vengeance, giving your attack 2/6. Double up on trying to get to another one. Double up on Zen Blade, giving it +4 to its stun rating, making it a stun 5. It also has the ability to R flip after a stun attack is played. You make it lose all of its keywords. That's all of its keywords, not just stun, all of it. I ran into that in the tournament playing against this deck, where it took away not just stun, but all of it, and I wasn't able to combo. So that was pretty cool. So look out for that. We're playing 2 Bakery Poster Girl. It's a 2/5 with a 2 low block as well. E Destroy, reduce this attack speed to 0. Only playable if your opponent has played 3 or more enhance abilities this combat phase. Playable while committed. Again, you heard that correctly. This combat phase. From start of the turn to end of the turn, basically. 3 enhances. It's not just 1 attack, not just 2 attacks, any attacks. As long as they've played 3 the entire turn, as long as they played those 3 enhance abilities the entire turn, you can just drop an attack to 0. Then we're playing 2 Kieran Soul. It's a 2/5 with a no block that says E flip, give an attack -1 speed for each character in your staging area, and then if you block it, it deals no damage. It's a good just hate on anything that could just really hurt us, especially being a 19 health character. We want to take as little damage as possible. 2 Overly Dramatic. Overly Dramatic is a 2/5, 3 mid block that stops practically everything in the game. It is R flip after your opponent plays an ability that would increase the damage of an attack, or increase the damage, or increase this, or decrease the damage, or increase the speed of an attack. Cancel its effects. That's a lot of zone to cover. So like if we go back to this, where is it? I'll get back to it. We'll get back to it eventually. This Refusing to Let Go. Even if I'm playing this ability to increase my attack's damage, this ability could decrease my attack's damage, which means it falls into the zone of Overly Dramatic, meaning it can cancel this. Even if I'm not aiming to decrease the damage of an attack, it can cancel it, which is just crazy. And it works like that for all the cards that work in this sort of manner. Is it just covers so much zone that you have to really play around it. And then the Deadlock E is super strong as well, which is you remove it at Deadlock and then add any attack from your discard pile to your hand for free, just by being at Deadlock. You remove it, do it. Get your attacks, do cool things. Then we're playing 1 Tenpu Kosai Ryukai Fighting Style. It's a 1/5 with a 3 low block weapon. R discard pile after you check this card during your attack's enhanced step. It gets +2 damage or gains stun 2. E flip, your stun or weapon attack gets +1 speed. This card is a nice span that covers zones. We make a few checks throughout the entire thing. Sometimes just checking this is all we need to do. We play a bunch of assets, so we're playing Never a Day Without Training. It's a 1/5 with a 2 low block that says we can either flip and discard draw 1, discard 1, draw 1, or if we have an asset in our staging area, draw 1 for free, no discard. It's super cool, gets rid of, keeps us up in hand advantage, as well as if need to, just cycle our hand to try and draw better stuff. Like I said, hand advantage is important. We're playing 3 New Empress in Netherrealm. It's a E flip, lose 3 vitality, draw a card. It's a spam 1/5 with a 3 high block. Covers our zones, draws us a card. At desperation, we can look at the top card of our opponent's deck for free. Super good. We're playing 3 Unpredictable Movement. It is a 1/5 of the 3 high block. E commit, this attack is -2 speed, and then E destroy your opponent's charge or slam attack gets -3 speed. You'll mainly use it just for the top one to always have a cool -2 speed on your board. Because like I said, we are in 19 health characters, so blocking to make sure we don't hit things a lot is needed. 1, Protecting the Protector. It's a 1/5, 2 low block, R discard momentum. After your opponent plays an ability that commits, destroys, flips, removes, or seals one of your cards, cancel its effects. This thing is also nuts. Just like Overly Dramatic, it covers so much. Covers everything from bang to stop. It cancels Withering Toxin. Like it actually, I don't think it cancels Withering Toxin. It's a cost to remove other things. But like it covers so much. There's just so much that it covers, and for like just the cost of 1 momentum, you get to cancel things. Like it just super strong card. 2, Wishing Ward. We are a 19 health character. I keep saying it, but it's very important. We don't want to die, so we don't want our opponent loading up on a missile launcher, loading up on a Coffee Samba multiple, loading up on a multiple Dark Churito. We don't want that, so we're just going to discard 3 cards, flip this, and discard 1 of their momentum. We don't want to get hit. It's just all we got to look out for is ourselves, right? Then the last card we're playing is Searching for the Knight of Mare. It's a 0/5 of the 3 high block. E, flip out the top card of your deck to your staging area face down. Only playable if you have played a combo ability that's enhanced step. Super good, gives us more face downs, allows us to go in even harder on our opponent. Thanks again for checking out the profile, guys. Remember to show Jeff some love down below for his Kevin Broberg deck. Let him know what you guys think. If you want to support us, go to patreon.com/TCGUniversity. Make sure to go over to the YouTube and check that out as well at youtube.com/TCGUniversity. Make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, guys, stay learned.